Fuzz Pie Guy here. I'm going to show you how to install the RTL-SDR server software so you can have a remote, say for example like a Raspberry Pi or Atomic Pi or Orange Pi or whatever you may use, hooked up to a RTL-SDR and an antenna. Then we can do a RTLTCP into it if you're using like SDR Sharp or HD SDR. So let's get going here. So we'll do an update. This won't take too long. We just need to install a couple of dependencies and install the RTL software. So we'll let that do its thing. Then we can go ahead and clone and install this and get this going. I made a video on this in the past that's already on my website and stuff with the commands, but I figured I'd do a little bit updated one showing how we can start this from boot so you don't have to run the software every time, start it every time you want to do it. So now that we're ready there, we're going to go ahead and do a CMake on this. Now I'm running this on a Raspberry Pi 3. So after this, we're going to go ahead and do a make. And this will take a few, won't take too long. Then after that, we're going to do a make install. And we're going to copy some rules and blacklist some stuff. Then reboot it. Well, we can go ahead and set up the auto start. Then reboot it. We should be good to go. The only thing we'll need is the IP address of the Pi or whatever you may be using on this. So now after it's made, we can do a make install. That looks good. So now we can copy and we can go ahead and do a config. Now we can get into the blacklist config and we can blacklist the following here. Do a Control X, Y, and enter if you're using Nano text editor. So now we can go into our RC local. We can CD out that guy, clear that. We can go into our RC local here, and we're going to scroll down. We'll put a space there. And what we're going to do is copy the following, and we'll hit enter to give another space in there between the last line and the exit line. Now the thing is, we're going to need to update the IP address, and if you need to change the name here, but since this is Pi, we're going to let it go. But I need to get the IP address of this guy, 145. So let's get back into this. We'll scroll down and change this to 45. Control X, Y, and enter to save. Now we will do a reboot, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now my Pi's restarted. I have SDR Sharp opened up here. So if we go to here, as you can see, we got a lot of different selections. So we'll want the TCP. Then if we click on the gear here, now I'm running a way old version of SDR Sharp because I haven't used this in a good while. You'll want to put the IP address of the Pi, and the default port is 1234. So once you have that in there, if we just hit play, now I'm not going to keep this playing long because of copyright, because this is a local music station. But as you can see, it's playing, and we are running the TCP. So that's pretty much how simple it is to get the RTL-SDR server up and running. And if you do a top, you might not see it running here. Don't be worried. I mean, obviously you'll find out if it's not working, if you're not obviously picking up anything. But if you did everything right, it should be running fine, as long as you update your IP address and the and don't forget to update if you change, if your directory is something other than pi. So them two big things right there. Then other than that, have your USB RTL dongle plugged in, hooked up to whatever antenna you're using on the remote Pi, and you'll be good to go. And I use this sleep, so it'll give it a little bit of time before it actually starts launching this program. So that's something you may have to adjust, but on the Pi, shouldn't probably really be a problem. 15 seconds, I think, is plenty. And I'm just using the light version of Raspbian. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another one. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up.